What's up? What's happening? It's the one and only Jeff Axel. Back doubling up this week with another Hoop Panel episode. It's been a lot of quality teams, man. A lot of quality play. Teams are on winning streaks. Teams are starting to slip a little bit. We're going to talk about it all. Just with an intriguing Hoop Panel. Got my man Tay. Got Album. Got Jay Boogie with me. How you living, Tay?
I'm doing good, man.
How you living, Album?
Chilling, shagging, and dragging, the usual.
Jay Boogie, how you living, man?
Can't complain.
That's what's up. So, right now we're going to just get right into it. Talk about the OKC Thunder, number one in the West. You got SGA averaging 30 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Then you got J-Dub averaging 22, 6 and 5 and 2 steals. Hart averaging 12 points, 13 rebounds and 4 assists. Just really good balanced effort, man. Lou Dort contributes. You got Aaron Wiggins. Chet Holmgren, he's injured. He's going to be out for a while, but they're still playing quality ball, man. A lot of young talent. How do y'all feel about the Thunder so far? I'm gonna start off for you, Tay.
I think this is what everyone expected. Like, they just take care of business, just like last year. And they're doing it without Chet, and it's the whole Heart signing is making sense. It's making more sense. Like, it was a good signing, don't get me wrong, but now they really need it, because Chet's out. I don't know how long he's out, but. Yeah, the Thunder are doing the usual. It's pretty much the same thing as last year. They got better. They didn't lose anyone. They added to their roster. They, again, they got better. That's what you got to do. They didn't get it done last year in the playoffs. Didn't get too far. I think they won. They got out the first round. So, there was room for improvement on the roster. So, they're playing up to par to everyone's expectation.
Jay Boogie, how you feeling about the Thunder so far? No, they're not in your division. I forgot they're in the Northwest. They should be in your division, but they're in the Northwest. But how do you feel about them so far?
I mean, they just like what Tay said. They just doing what everybody expect them to do. I gotta give credit to my guy J Dub. I mean, he's been a great second option. I mean, when Shea at times couldn't take over, he stepped up to the plate, and now you see that he's a complete two-way player. So. Like I said, J-Dub, like I said, man, I hope he do make an All-Star this year just because the way he's been balling out. And this OKC team, they so complete all around. And then with Tay said, with Isaiah being on the team, now you give an extra boost, especially defensively and rebounding. So, I mean, for them, like I said, they're just doing what number one seeds do. They go out there, dominate on both ends of the floor, and get W. So, I mean, I give credit to them.
I'm really surprised that I don't know. I do think they're going to get 2 All-Stars, in my opinion. Like, they say the number one seed or top 2. I don't think you can deny J-Dub. The thing that surprises me, he's 6'5" with a 7'2" wingspan. So he plays much bigger than what he is. Like, you wouldn't expect him to be 6'5". He's just so physical, and the way he can create his own shot and pass, he just gets better every single year. So I'm a huge fan of J-Dub. Album, how you feeling about the Thunder so far, man?
The Thunder, they're doing the expected. Like, they were supposed to be nice. They're supposed to be the best team in the West. They're looking like the best team in the West, even though Chet's hurt. But they signed Hart, and Hart was a starting center last year, and this year he's playing amazing. So, they're not really missing a step at all. Of course, having Chet out there with his shooting ability and his rim protection, that would definitely be helpful. But they're good. They can really coast until the playoffs, and then Chet will probably be back by then, and everything will just go into fruition. So it's really what they're going to do in the playoffs that matters the most. Like that, what I'm looking at, because we already know they're going to be top 3, no matter what. So it's just want to see how far they can actually take it, because they're supposed to be the ones to rival the Celtics.
I really have them coming out the West most likely. Like, I said that before the season, I think they will. They're inexperienced, but I don't know. They're a tough team. They're really well balanced. I am surprised that Hart's averaging 4 assists per game. Like, when I was looking through the numbers, I was surprised to see that. They just shared the ball extremely well.
Why?
4 assists is pretty good for a center, man. Like, and the ball's not in his hands a whole lot. So I know he gets a lot of rebounds, but he's not like an offensive hub. So for him to get 4 assists per game, I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, especially his play style, because I think we all seen that highlight where he made like 2 great passes, but the dude missed like 2 layups in a row. So it was like, I mean, he can, he got some type of, finesse in his game when he really want to show it. But yeah, like I said, his 4 assists is not bad, especially for his play style. So yeah.
Yeah, Lou Dort, he be locking shit up. Case and Wallace, they got a great team, man.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the next team. Dallas Mavericks have been playing really well. I'm gonna give credit to where it's due. When Luka was out, Kyrie Irving, that's the best he's ever looked as number 1 option. I'm gonna give credit where it's due. Like the game slowed down. He really unselfish. They have a really, really balanced team. Daniel Gafford averaging 13 and 7. Najee Marshall averaging 12 points. PJ Washington stepped his game up, averaging 13 and 9. Clay, he's averaging 13. They got a really balanced team. How do you feel about Dallas so far, Tay?
I feel the same as last year. Like Dallas is gonna be a team to beat. They got a strong offensive engines on their team. They got probably one of the best big man duos. It works for them. They catch a lot of lobs. They get boards. They play defense. Yeah, like the Mavericks, they continue to get slept on, but they found a way twice. They've gotten to the Western Conference Finals twice in recent memory. It could very well happen again. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's a matchup nightmare. Like if they play the Thunder, I think they can beat the Thunder again. Honestly, like they mesh. They mesh in the right way. So I'll say the Mavs are scary. No one says that. Everyone thinks the Mavs are the Wizards and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from, but they got one of the best players in the league on their team. I'm never gonna do that. He's proven it time and time again. Like, don't count the Mavs out. So they're doing what I expected.
Jay Boogie, what you thinking about the Mavs so far, man?
Man, when Luka was out, I'm a big Kyrie fan. So, in the other group chats I've been in, I just kept sending like Kyrie Irving jibs every single game because it was like when he's cooking, I kept saying Luka. I feel like now Luka's coming back. When it comes to the playoffs, that's my only thing. When Kyrie gets cooking, feed him the ball. Kyrie, man, it's like he looks more seasoned. His play style keeps, is looking more graceful than ever. Like I said, like you can tic-tac-toe with it. So I feel like for Luka, mentality-wise, when it comes to the playoffs, if he don't get going, if Kyrie get going, let Kyrie cook. That's my only thing, just because of the fact that now teams going to be like, how do we strategize that now if Luka like not playing too selfish, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the Mavs, like I said, with Tay said, like they own it, and like you said, they look well-rounded. It just when it comes to the playoffs, can Luka put that? I don't want to say he got a big ego, but I know he has an ego just because he's Luka. So when it comes to the playoffs, if Kyrie is going in the fourth quarter, let him do what he do. And with me being a big Kyrie fan, I'm all for it. So I'm happy for him.
So I'm gonna be honest. And you probably saw I recorded the last 3 minutes of that Grizzlies and Mavericks game, and Luka was really unselfish down the stretch. Usually he takes like a step back 3-pointer to the left, but he was looking for Spencer Dinwiddie. He was looking for PJ Washington, and they came through. So that really stood out to me. I think he saw on the sideline. What did the Mavericks go like 6-1 without him this year?
Yeah.
So I think he finally was like, all right, I can finally trust these dudes. I don't need to put the cape on and try to take over at the end every single time. We'll see if that translates in the playoffs, like you said.
Yeah,
but
playoffs.
I feel like what happened in the finals and seeing that little stretch when he was hurt this year, I think he might finally have turned the corner with trusting his teammates a little bit more. Darius, how do you feel about the Mavs so far?
I agree with Tay in the fact don't count them out, but I do I think majority of people think there are better teams in the West than better teams than the Mavericks, but the Mavericks, they still have Luka and they do have Kyrie. Kyrie steps up when when it matters majority of the time. Sometimes, it'd be like, where's Kyrie? But like a lot of times when he have Luka's always going to show up. I know they'd be like, he's a slouch on defense. That's the only thing that will like scares me about them is like defensively, if they can hang on up there. Like I know offensively, they're going to have any issues. Paint defense, they're not really going to have any issues. Yeah. Perimeter is when I'm like, or if they're singling out Luka, that's what I'm kind of like, because if he's playing on defense, every time that happens, he ends up like hooping, but it's like at what cost? Because it's like on defense, he's tired, he'd be red, he'd be going through it, and then he starts arguing with the ref, so he don't have to run back on defense. Like, so it's kind of like if they can hang defensively, then I think they'll be a force to be reckoned with.
I mean, the additions of Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes seem to have made a difference on defense. Like, they got guys who can get after it. Like, their improvements defensively from Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like Kyrie and Luka are going to be on the court majority of the time. So you're putting Grimes and Marshall at the same time, and then maybe Derek Lively. Like, it's like there's still going to be two basically holes on defense, which is Kyrie and Luka. So it's kind of like they're not like pushovers where it's just like, all right, bro, whoever off it, like, let's just go for 50. But it's like they're still lower tier defenders. So it's like you kind of gotta make it work.
I dig it, but they're definitely a top 6 team in the East for sure. I don't see them in the play-in. They figured something out when Luka was out. They started off a little bit slow, but they're in good rhythm right now.
They're not, they're definitely not a playing team.
Yeah, they're 8-2 in their last 10, so Dallas has definitely figured it out recently. Now we're going to slide to the New York Knicks. Probably one of the best starting fives in the NBA. Give credit where it's due. Karl-Anthony Towns averaged 25, leading 13 rebounds. Jalen Brunson averaged 25 points, 8 assists. Original Gangster averaging 18 points and 5 rebounds. Mikal Bridges averaging 17. Josh Hart averaging 14, 9, and 6. And McBride averaging 11 off the bench. So nice top 6. They're still waiting for Mitchell Robinson to come back. But overall, Knicks are playing pretty good ball. They're 14-8. A lot of their fans, you would think they're number 1 in the East the way they talking. But I'll say this. Karl-Anthony Towns definitely looks happy. He looks like he's playing with a lot of joy. I even see OG smiling on the court. I was like, whoa, he shows emotion? So,
bro, that's what caught me off guard.
So I'm going to start off with Tay, the Knicks fan. How do you feel about the Knicks so far, man?
I think we're going up on a roller coaster. Like I said, beginning of the season, like, it's going to be some growing pains. We got to just figure it out. And I think we figured it out. This is pretty much the team right here. Outside of Mitchell Robinson, this is pretty much what you're going to get. Like, I say we're on a 4-game win streak. Try to keep it up, push it as far as possible. That always helps you in the standings and whatnot. OG played great defense so far this year. Mikal Bridges, I like the Mikal Bridges addition as well. Like, I don't know, all the offseason additions have been fine to me. One issue though about the team, we don't have any paint defense. Like, that kind of worries me because like when Mitchell Robinson comes back, what's the lineup then? Like, who comes out and why? It's probably gonna be Josh Hart, but I don't know. That still worries me because then Cat's gonna play the 4, and then do you want him playing the 4 too? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they don't want to take him off the dribble. They want to try to get him in pick and roll, try to attack him. As good as a player as he is, like his perimeter defense ain't there. Just respectfully, not even trying to say it's a diss. Like, he's just a big guy, got like size 20-something shoe. Yeah. He just can't move his feet like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, so I've been liking the team so far, pretty much around what I expected. Hopefully we can get even higher. I say maybe the 3 seed, especially after the Magic, all their players are gone. So this is the opportunity, it's the chance. Take it while you can get it. So, but again, just keep up the winning streak, and hopefully we can get the 3 seed.
I'm looking forward to that game against the Knicks on Tuesday, I believe. I say the Knicks, the Hawks.
Easy game.
Man, the Hawks on a 6-game winning streak. We're gonna talk about them in a little bit.
I'm not scared of the Atlanta Hawks at all.
Man, Trae Young ain't scared of y'all.
Trae Young hasn't beat us in that whole thing. That's not a thing anymore. Like,
he said, take y'all asses home this year. They beat y'all this season.
Yeah, but like this is total like about time. He was on like a 4-game losing streak. Like no. I'm not doing that.
16 winning streak right now though.
But okay, you talking about us like Knicks? Like that whole Trae Young versus the Knicks, that's not a thing anymore. That's no longer valid.
No. Y'all still say fuck Trae Young unprovoked, bro. You don't say it's not valid.
but yeah, Trae Young's not winning that. That's what I'm trying to say. His record is terrible against the Knicks. Actually, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
All them, you forget the Hawks had 30 wins last year, 30 wins a year. Like they wasn't beating us that back then.
I mean,
they're not going to beat us later. They're not going to beat us.
They beat y'all in the playoffs in 5. So I mean, that matters.
Was Jalen Brunson on the team?
Huh?
Was Jalen Brunson on the team?
That's none of my business.
Was OG on the team? Like, bro, come on. Now that was Patrick Ewing was on that team. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Hey, bro, Patrick Ewing.
But yeah, that whole Knicks, like nobody, like Trae Young doesn't cross my mind. Like that, they suck. When I see them, we'll beat them every single time. Like if we had to play a series again, they would get swept in the playoffs. I kind of want to
not losing them this week, man.
I want to play them now. We
y'all do play them. Y'all play them for the cup game.
Good. That's fine by me. I'm not scared of Hawks at all. I'm not gonna lie. They don't put no fear in my heart whatsoever. Like,
that's the team we talking about next. But Jay Boogie, what you think about the Knicks so far, man?
I gotta give credit to the coaching staff. You know, I feel like, Carlton Towns going to the Knicks. We said it, I think, during the preseason. Like, it's a whole different scenery, different city. We know the expectations of the crowd. So I feel like with him already playing under Tom Thibodeau, it wasn't going to be an issue at all. And I think defensively, he stepped it up this year. He's looking more engaged. We know he's not the biggest defender or the best defender, but, he's trying more. I think he's averaging one block, but it's like still it's some kind of impact. And then, rebounding, I think this his career best over the last 2 seasons. Because the last 2 seasons, he was averaging 8 rebounds. Now he's averaging 13 rebounds this season. So I feel like Carlton Towns, mentality and aggression stepped up at the perfect timing. And then you got guys like the Josh Hart, OG, Josh, and Jalen. So I feel like that starting 5 is perfect. Just like I was saying, paint defense is going to be a concern come to the playoff time. But until Mr. Robinson come back, we'll see. We'll go from there. But I'm just proud of Carlton Towns, beating the odds because everybody thought he was going to be out of the mix. But, I mean, he's averaging 23 and 13. So, I mean, dude is literally like all around, just doing what he needs to do. So, I got to give credit to Carlton Towns for sure.
One thing that's impressed me the most about Cat is he's attempting the most 2-point field goals in his career. Like he's actually posting up more.
Yeah.
Mismatches. He ain't just camping out the 3-point line. So I do respect that.
Yeah. Because he playing the post hell more. So it's like when he calls for the ball, it's not like, oh, I'm open. Like, no, give me the ball. And then, I think of against the Hornets where he was like posting up like crazy. So the more he does that, it just makes their offense that much more dangerous, in my opinion. So
that's a fact. Darius, how you feel about the Knicks so far, man?
The Knicks are basically what I expected them to be. I expected them to be really good. And then I just feel like the fact they're doing it without Mitchell Robinson and without paint protection is like very, very, very impressive. Like, and when he does come back, I think the person that should come out the lineup is Mikal Bridges. I think Josh Hart should stay. I feel like Josh Hart adds more to the team when he's on the court. Like he's a very important piece of that Knicks team in general, offensively, defensively, rebounding wise. I feel like he just brings more to the table. So I think he should stay in the lineup. But the Knicks are one of the teams like I think could do something special. Like I feel
I ain't mean to cut you off. A quick question. You feel like Bridges and McBride should be like the scoring duo punch off the bench? Yeah, like that's what you're envisioning.
That's what I mean. When Mitch Robinson comes back, I think they could be. Yeah, and then Michael play off the ball a little more. and then like really put his focus on defense. Like, you know what I mean? So like really let him focus more on defense. Give him not necessarily a lesser role, but like, you know, a lesser role and let him focus on defense.
Yeah.
I just think the politics of them giving up all those picks for him, they're going to keep him in the lineup. I agree with what you're saying. Like, him and McBride could be the scoring punch off the bench. There's not too many bench players can deal with Bridges.
Yeah.
He was a 20-point per game scorer, but I just think the optics of them giving up so many picks, for him to be like a six-man, that would be kind of weird. You know, they do the whole politics thing.
Yeah, but it's like the fact that the Knicks' problem is they don't really have a bench. So when Mitchell comes back, if you have Deuce and Michael coming off the bench, then it's like, all right, their bench has got a little better. Just add in that player that used to be a number one option, even though, you know, he wasn't a number, but like, you know, that used to be a number one option, somebody that knows how to put the ball in the basket. So having both of them come off the bench, I think that'll help the Knicks out more than having Josh Hart come off the bench, because then it's still like, you know.
I agree with you. I just, like I said, them giving up all those picks, they're going to probably move Hart there. But yeah. I do agree with you about Bridges.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But, you know, Tom Thibodeau, I don't know. And I don't think Josh Hart, Josh Hart wouldn't mind being on the bench. I think that's the problem.
Right.
I feel like Michael would feel some type of way and put to the bench. I don't think Josh would be like, whatever, I'm playing basketball. Like, so that's going to be interesting to see. But if they put it together right.
Yeah, I definitely think the Knicks are going to probably grab the 3 seed in all honesty. With the Magic, Franz being hurt with the oblique injury out, I want to say 2 months. Yeah, I think the Knicks probably grab that 3 seed. I did predict them as the 2 seed before the season started. But, you know, they're definitely playing well. We'll see if it continues. Now I'm going to go to one of the hottest teams in the Eastern Conference, the Atlanta Hawks, 6-game winning streak. Trae Young averaging 21 points, a leading 12 assists per game. Jalen Johnson averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. DeAndre Hunter averaging 19 points per game off the bench. Dyson Daniels averaging 13 points and leading 3 steals off the bench. I mean, not off the bench, 13 points, 3 steals. Zachary averaging 12. Double O averaging 11. Bogdanovich averaging 12. Clint averaging 11 and 9. The Hawks are a really balanced team, man. Like, they're starting to figure some shit out for real. So I know I see some skeptical faces on this timeline and on here. But Jay Boogie, how you feel about the Hawks so far? I think they're pretty legitimate, man. What do you think about the Hawks?
I mean, they I think they were the 5th seed in the conference. So I mean, you know, I just feel like if they can be just right between the 5th and 7th seed, they'll be straight. And then with Orlando being out, that definitely got room to be, you know, the top 6 team in the East. So I feel like with Trae Young, you know, averaging, his shooting numbers is not looking spectacular outside of his free throws, but his passing, I mean, this is probably the most unselfish he's looked. I mean, now that, you know, now with Murray being gone, now he can really just operate the offense like he used to. And then, you know, with what's his name? Jalen Johnson. I mean, so he's an all-around player. So, I mean, skill-wise and the talent is there for the Hawks. I just feel like it's got to be consistently, you know, just winning games. Of course, they're going to lose some here and there, but if they can still be strong enough to where they can stay within the top 6 at best, at their worst, they're like going to like 8th or 9th seed. But I mean, the way I Trae Young facilitating the floor, and then you got Bogdan, you know, doing what he's doing off the bench, and that rookie. So it just, like I said, the talks, and what's his name? DeAndre Hunter. I think he put up 26 off the bench last night.
Yeah, he averaged 19 off the bench, bro. Like, he's been cooking.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, the talent and skill is there for Atlanta. It's just the fact that it just consistently just trying to go on more like winning streaks here and there. But with Trae Young, this is probably the most unselfish he's looked. Like I say, his shooting numbers ain't looking too great, but the way he was, you know, facilitating against the Lakers. I mean, that was 20 assists and still managed to get 31 points. I mean, come on, bro. Like, I can't ignore that. I mean, nobody should. I mean, just because of the fact that, you know,
Darius a Trae Young hater. That man been balling. Like you said, you want him. His court vision is immaculate, bro. 12 assists per game, dog. That ain't no normal shit. But continue, Jay Boogie.
No, I was just looking at his facial expression, but I mean, I said Trae Young. I mean, he doing what he doing for the Hawks. I mean, I said now with the Magic being hurt, I mean that gap typically to top 6, in the East. But that's my take. So, I credit to the Hawks. Credit to the Hawks.
Dyson Daniels is definitely first team all defense too. So, Tay, how you feel about the Hawks?
Yeah.
Big Dyson Daniels fan. I saw Dyson Daniels before the NBA. Like I was saying it in New Orleans. I don't know if y'all remember, but
no, I remember. You
I was saying it when he was
in
in New Orleans. I was like, bro, they have their point guard. They got their guy, but like this wasn't trying to give him the minutes. He goes to Atlanta. Now people are starting to see like Dyson Daniels. He's one of them. But yeah. So Trae Young is having his worst season of his career. I'm good. I'm good on the whole Trae Young thing. 38% from the field, abysmal. 31 from 3. They was calling him the next Steph Curry. No. He is having his worst season. He has 12 assists because he can't shoot. It's not because he's looking for his. It's not because he's trying to pass, but because he can't shoot the ball. I'm good on that. Trae Young ain't been hooping. No, he has his assist numbers are so high because he's so bad at scoring. That's why. And then on top of that, this team, like Jalen Johnson, great player. He really impresses me on the boards. Like he was doing that. Like with his rookie year, second year, when they were in the playoffs, I remember they would put him in. He would just impact the game somehow, some way, getting boards and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna take this team serious. They can't shoot outside DeAndre Hunter. We leave Trae Young open.
I'm about Donovan. Don't just.
He shoots 35% from 3. He can't shoot. Trae Young,
he hit 100 straight games, dog.
Dyson Daniels, 30% from 3. We are going to leave them open. Shoot them.
You ain't gonna leave Bogdanovich open. You would not leave Bogdanovich open.
Okay, have fun. Go ahead, shoot your 4 for 13. And then on top of that, let's go to that Lakers game. He had 20 assists. Again, he shot 9 for 25. Let's not do that. I'm gonna ignore it. He's
a game winner though. He hit it when it counts.
I don't do that. I don't do that, bro. He's
one of the most clutch players, bro. Down the stretch, he done hit mad game winners, dog. Like he done hit mad game winners. He hit one on us. He hit one against y'all. Don't act like you don't know what he do down the stretch. Trae is clutch as a motherfucker, bro. We ain't about to do that.
That's good for him. That 20 assists, that's because he can't shoot. Like it's always a reason for why it's Trae Young. If it was up to him, he would average 8 assists, honestly. But he just can't shoot. He's just so bad behind the 3-point line. He making extra passes now because he know he's not gonna make it. His confidence is shot. They're pretenders. They're 2 years away.
Yo, y'all better not losing them this week, man. But continue.
They can't shoot. They have no big outside of Clint Capella. Like it's just this is the same house team as last year.
There you go. He talking about
no respect for double O at all.
Nah.
Yeah, he's decline. He's like Serge Ibaka when he was on the decline.
Yeah, I'm good.
They call him a poor man's Ibaka. Wow.
Yeah,
they just. I'm good. They're 2 years away. They still need a lot. Like they're just not there yet. They're promising, but they're not there yet. Y'all talking about this is a great team? No, they're not. They got Trae Young at the helm.
Out of the play-in. They could be
Trae Young at the helm. You got a long way to go. I'm not gonna lie. He is not one of them players. That's all I gotta say. The Hawks are pretenders to me. I'm asleep on the Hawks. They don't have to wake me up. I'm asleep.
So, Album, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way.
Oh yeah, but I'm out on them until they trade Trae Young. That's what it is. So they find a new way to play basketball. That's centered around Trae Young thing, like he a superstar. That shit.
Nah, Jalen Johnson is really stepping his shit up, bro. Like that's what's making me take notice more.
Somebody else got to do it. Like when Trae Young's pissing down the leg, when his shorts are changing colors because he can't hit a shot, somebody else has to do it. What do you want to like? I'm not surprised. Like Jalen Johnson was supposed to be good. Like Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
He's averaging 20, 10, and 6. That changes the dynamic of them. Hunter averaging 19, and then the length that they have, they really defend, bro. Like they just got a different style,
if
man.
their
like,
guy can't shoot, what
their
is that
guy
all
can't shoot.
matter?
Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to pick up the slack. That's what we're trying to tell you. If he can't make shots, who else is scoring? If he has,
I think Trae Young's gonna get his efficiency a little bit better as the season goes on. That's what I believe. I think it's still early. I think he's gonna get a hot streak. He's not. I'm not gonna say he's gonna shoot 50% of no shit like that, but he's not gonna shoot 38% by the end of the year. That's just my opinion.
He's not gonna average that many assists by the end of the year. If he starts shooting better, he's not averaging those assists. That's the whole thing. That's why he's passing the ball, because he's like, oh shit, I done missed 5 shots in a row.
Maybe they won 6 straight. How can you criticize them if they're winning? That's what I'm not understanding, bro.
Every team in the NBA goes on win streaks. What are we talking about? Every team besides the Wizards.
They beat quality teams, dog. They beat us. They beat Cleveland twice.
Okay.
They beat Milwaukee. They stopped their winning streak. I'm not going to sit here and act like they
a couple good teams early on, and we got to rate. We just got to. Oh, they got it. No,
how many teams lost to the Clippers?
Like, you got to show me way more than that.
Like, bro, do you know how many teams lost to the Clippers? They're not a quality team. They just got some wins. They had a good game. Proud of them. But it's the beginning of the season still. We didn't even make the All-Star yet. We don't care about their 6-game win streak. That don't surprise me. I don't care. I'm proud of them. Good job. But when their star players shooting them out the gym, then like, what do you?
But they have 8 players that average double-figure points, though.
No, but when your star don't got it, you're gonna need them at some point.
What team is one without a star?
Rely on role players.
Yeah, what team is?
I understand what you said. They're going to need him at one point. That's why I said I think he's going to improve as the season goes on.
But like
he's got good balance. But he's trusting his teammates, and then he's going to elevate. He elevates his game in the playoffs, bro.
If he gets there, his play doesn't necessarily.
Why are you getting that face? He eliminated y'all niggas, Tajon. Don't do that.
Yeah, we had Patrick Ewing on the team. Cool. If he sees us now, it's a 4-0. I'm trying to tell you.
They wouldn't beat the Knicks.
I don't think they'll beat him either. I'm just saying he steps his game up in the playoffs. I've seen him hit game winners in the playoffs. I've seen him get 30-point games in the playoffs. 40-point games.
30-point game, but like nobody cares. At the end of the day, Trae Young is not powerful enough. He's not a first option. They treat him like he's a first option. Like he's Luka.
You think he's a first option, Jeff?
Like they treat him like he's Luka.
No, I think he's one of the most disrespected players in the NBA. I'll say that.
There's a reason for that.
Like, where are you getting this disrespect, bro? He's not that guy. They don't have a number one.
Consistently 25 and 10. That's not no common easy shit to do, bro.
Like they don't have a number
25 and 10, bro.
Who's their second option, bro? Who's the second option
on this team right now?
Yes,
Jalen Johnson.
Then look what you're saying. Jalen Johnson's the second option, and Trae Young is the first option. That is not a winning team. You don't believe that.
Young, man. No way
you believe Trae Young can be the number one for a team that gets past the second round.
I'm not sure about all that. They still do got to add pieces. I'm just saying they're playing good ball right now. Y'all just making it seem like they trash. I'm not going for that.
So are the Pistons. Like, what do you want me to say?
Don't compare them to the Pistons, bro. They on a 6-game winning streak. Cut it out, man.
I'm proud of them, man. Like,
I hope Trae beats y'all. Don't. Yo, I'm jumping in the group chat, Tajon. I swear, after all this hot shit you've been talking about, Trae, I'm on your scout, brother.
When we beat them, same thing.
Hey, go ahead, hit me up. Okay. I just feel like y'all too disingenuous to Trae, man. Man that had a 20-20 game against the number one team in the East. And like, come on, man.
Man. Go Trae Young. Like, niggas don't care. Alfred Payton had 21 assists, and he's off a team. He's at home right now.
So we're going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they're 21-3, off to a great start. They had a win against the Hornets today. Evan Mobley had a career high, 41 points and 10 rebounds. But they just have a really balanced team as well. Got Donovan Mitchell averaging 25 points. Darius Garland averaging 21-7. Mobley averaging 18-9. Jared Allen averaging 14-11. LeVert with 12 off the bench. Ty Jerome with 11 off the bench. I don't believe they get too far in the playoffs, but as of right now, I definitely believe in the Cavs, man. They're legit, man. Kenny Atkinson, great coach. Jay Boogie, what you think about the Cavs so far?
We just, like you said, just the playoffs. I mean, with the new coach they have, you clearly see it's a whole different team, obviously. So, and then with Evan Mobley having, he's one of better seasons. I mean, he dropped 41 points, his career high, and then I think he made like 6 threes. So
in the first, he had 5 in the first half.
Yeah, 5 in the first half. So like when a coach can like elevate the players like that and give them that green light, it's a great, it's a great uplift. So I feel like in the playoffs, my only question is for them, the biggest player I'm looking at is Darius Garland because he didn't do too good last postseason. It was all Donovan Mitchell. And then with Evan Mobley here and there. So for Darius Garland, man, if he can just switch up his mentality and just go off with Donovan Mitchell, I mean, they might can make a push, but that's the only player I'm looking at in the playoffs is not Donovan, but Darius Garland, because we know what Donovan Mitchell going to do. We know that. Good thing Evan Mobley doing what he's doing, and then, you got other good role players like Ty Jerome, Karis LeVert, and Jared Allen, but Darius Garland, I mean, you was a top pick in your draft class, so you got to, like, really step up now that y'all the number one team, and so in the playoffs, that's the only player I'm really just going to be concerned about is Darius Garland, in my opinion.
Yeah, they play with great energy, man. Like active on defense, really physical, share the ball well offensively. Darius, how you feel about the Cavs so far?
The Cavs are nice. I just can't say nothing but they're nice. Like Darius Garland, and then what you're saying, Jay Buggy, about like Darius Garland not showing up in playoffs last year. He didn't show up in the regular season last year either, though. So it's I think now the Cavs are working as a well-oiled machine. Like, they finally like found their flow. Like Donovan Mitchell isn't doing what I've been upset with him for doing the entire the whole time he's been playing. Yeah. Like he's actually playing with the team and not playing for the team. Yeah. So that I think that's going to carry on. I think they really need to be paid attention to. Like you cannot turn your head like, oh, and then the next week you turn around and got the Cavs and you're like, and then the fact that Imad actually took the step that he was supposed to take, he was supposed to take this step. The fact that he is, good luck. Like he got the works already. Like who he was before was like, all right now, but now, and especially the fact that they're letting him shoot. Yeah, good luck. Like they're really the team to beat.
And then funny thing, in college, he was shooting threes in college.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the step that he's doing now, he was supposed to take this. Like, so the fact that he's doing it now, he might be a late bloomer, but it's working right now. And they're looking like I don't think anybody's going to beat them. I know they lost to the Celtics, but I don't think they're going to be there. I think they are the team to beat.
Before I pass it to Tay, no team is going to beat Boston in a 4-game series in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. Cleveland included. They're a really, really good team, but they haven't even played us fully healthy. The game they beat us by 4 points, we didn't have Jaylen Brown or Derek White. So, respectfully, I disagree. But Tay, how do you feel about the Cavs so far?
Bro, I'm done.
I think I said it before. They remind me of the Hawks from back then. Rolled through the regular season. And it didn't work out for them. That same thing. Nothing's really changed for me. Like they can win 60 games, cool, but I don't know. Second round, they might be gone. Like I don't think they have the guy. Like I don't think Donovan Mitchell would be able to just will them to victory. He's failed twice. He's failed twice on his team. He lost to the Knicks.
I'll agree with the first year. First year, he fucking stunk against y'all. But last year, he was hurt, though. I can't hold last year.
That's understandable, but regardless, I don't know. I don't think Donovan Mitchell I don't know. Like, if they got to match up with, if him and Jaylen Brown go man for man in the game, I got Jaylen Brown winning that. Like, I just got the Celtics just being better than them. Like, he'll never outplay Jalen Brunson either. Like, I don't know, when he started getting a little deeper, even Paolo, I think they could catch them. Like honestly, they kept up with him last year. Honestly, they honestly blew it. Franz, what he didn't hit a shot or something like that. He had 0 points, right?
Team, bro. It was
something like that. But, you know, like that's how they got advanced to the next round. So I just don't think they got it. Like when it comes to the upper echelon of the East, like they don't got that guy. Like Donovan Mitchell, he's a great basketball player, but compared to other teams, the Knicks, he's not better than the Knicks' best player. He's not better than the Celtics' best players. Yeah, like, and even the Magic, like Apollo and Franz could definitely beat them. Like, you know, so especially the defense the Magic play. So honestly, they have the best record. But if I would have to power rank the East, they would be the 4th best basketball team, in my opinion. They're good though. They're a good team, but they'd be 4th for me.
That's a bold take. I'm not sure if I'll say they're 4th. I think what they got going on is legitimate, so I can't put them 4th. But I see your points. I just personally can't put them 4th. Now, real briefly, I don't even know if I'm gonna pass this motherfucker around. But I'm gonna say it. Got the Boston Celtics.
Oh yeah, you ain't got past it, bro.
Yeah, I'll go ISO real quick.
Yeah,
old school Melo on the Nuggets. Fuck it. You got Jayson Tatum after 29, 9 and 6, 1 steal, leading his team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and 3-pointers made. MVP candidate. Fuck what the haters are talking about. One of the best players of the 2020s. Elite. Then you got Jaylen Brown, averaging 25, 6 and 5. Then you got Dirk right with the ball head, averaging 18 points per game. Then you got KP, averaging 21 points and 8 rebounds. By the time he's healthy in the playoffs, no team can beat us in 4 straight games. Then you got Peyton Pritchard off the bench, 6th man of the year, averaging 16 points a game off the bench. Then you got Drew Holiday averaging 12. Then you got Sam Hauser averaging 9 off the bench. Then you got Al Horford too. Like, our top 7 is smacking a lot of these motherfuckers. These other teams, they got these little cute winning streaks or whatever. But they still run through Boston. Joe Mazzulla, the killer whale offense. Strapping motherfuckers up. Last night against the Bucks, Jayson Tatum snatched Giannis' chain. The Bucks went 1 for 11 in the last 5 minutes of the motherfucking game. My brother looked at me and texted his ass. He was talking to me about the bum-ass Bucks and that little ass winning streak. The Bucks are 1-8 against teams at 500 or better. I'm sick of him trying to gas Dame Lillard and Giannis. Fuck them old-ass niggas. He still runs through Boston.
Yo, he's going in, dog. Yo.
So I'm just going to leave it at that. He still runs through Boston. Now we can move on.
Hey, Darius, what did you do to the man, bro?
Nah, he talking about some, Jayson Tatum's one of the best players in the 2020s. It's 2024, bro. What are we talking about? Why did you
say 5 years in the decade? You determine, after 5 years in this decade, you can determine who's the best players in this decade.
You want to know who's better?
Jokic, it's Giannis, and it's Tatum.
And
Luka's up there.
I'm taking Luka. I'm taking Luka over Tatum easily.
Luka's over
Tatum. What?
Luka's over Tatum for sure.
No.
LeBron is over Tatum.
No.
Steph is over Tatum.
Give me the man that can defend 1 through 5. Give me the man that can defend 1 through 5.
Okay,
on defense, nigga.
When people talk Luka, they be like, Luka has been all NBA first team every year of his career outside of rookie year. Tatum does not have that at all.
He has 3 all first team. He has 3 first team all
Luka has done it every
single
single year in the NBA.
How
is that not better than Tatum? He's been the best player at his position every year since his rookie year. Every single year. Luka is better than Jason. When people talk Luka, they be like, yo, he's going to do great things. And when he goes up, Tatum, he won a ring. They still skeptical. I don't know if Tatum can do it.
That man is one of 6 players in playoff history to lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists on the way to a championship. Him, Tim Duncan, LeBron James, motherfucker. He's in categories of all-time greats. Jayson Tatum is already top 10 all-time in the playoffs in 30-point, 10 rebound, 5 assist playoff games. One of the best players. I'm not gonna lie. Jayson Tatum. Stop disrespecting that man. I've been humble this whole time. I watch all your bullshit texts. Even during the summer, we all send me them texts about him in the Olympics, him missing shots and all that shit. He's one of the best players of the 2020s. And the facts, like, back it up, bro.
You said he's third.
It's 2024.
You said he's third. He is definitely not third.
He's third.
No.
Jay Boogie, what you got to say? Jay Boogie got something to say. I'm gonna let him have his input.
Hey, look, all I know is we play y'all tonight, so I just don't want to, because this fire attitude you got. I'm, hey, just
he said
like that, bro.
Calm it down, yo. He said Jai gonna calm it down. Yeah, that's basically what he said.
Hey, you know what's funny about that though? Like Jayson Tatum never lost to Memphis, right? Not one time in his career.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I went to the game his rookie year. It was him and Kyrie, and dude was killing us in the mid range. I'm like, bro, not to jump on the bandwagon, whatever, but like, bro, like I knew he was gonna be nice because he wasn't shooting threes like he does now. So, but like still, like I knew he was gonna be nice, but hey, like I said, we got y'all tonight, so I'm not gonna send on the group chat. I'm gonna let Darius and them do that because they triggered the mess out of you when it comes to this team. So I'm gonna let them do that. They do a great job at that. So I'm gonna let them do that.
The funny thing is, like Tatum said the reason why he played so well in Memphis. I didn't know Memphis and St. Louis is only 3 hours apart. He's like, that's pretty much like his hometown like team. So when he got mad family in town wherever he go to Memphis. So that's why he plays motivated against Memphis.
Yeah. Because he played AAU in Memphis, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he played a team. Yeah. So.
But yeah, man, like easily the most disrespected player in the NBA since Tim Duncan. Like y'all can say y'all don't like his play style, but that man produces every single year. Y'all seen the bridge in the gap in the video on TikTok earlier. I don't have to explain too much more. Like easily one of the best players of the 2020s. We can go to the next.
2024.
There's
you gotta stop saying that. It's 2024.
He's 26 years old and has accomplished more than almost any.
Oh my god! He just told me his age.
Steph Curry and LeBron. They're better than him in the 2020s. Literally,
about
Steph Curry went into Tatum's house, double teamed and all, boxing one, went band for band with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown by himself, threw y'all up the court, and y'all was up in the series. Steph Curry is better than Jayson Tatum. That's
by the time it's 2030. Jayson Tatum's going to be one of the best players.
Right now, it's Steph.
Yeah, see, you got to wait till 2030 for you to say that.
Right now,
I'm saying he's one of the best players of 2020.
We're predicting.
Yo, it's
okay. So is Wemby then. Wemby's
That's
better
what
than
I'm
him.
saying.
Now
Wemby
what?
is too.
Fuck no.
You can't do that. You just we're predicting now. We 2 years. It's 30. So Wemby is 2 then. Anthony Edwards is 2. Jaylen Brown is 2.
Anthony Edwards with 2 World Series wins? Hell no. Stop disrespecting Tatum, bro. He has the most points from 2020 till now. He has the most playoff points. How are y'all mentioning niggas that ain't as accomplished? What are we talking about?
We're simulating the 2030.
Compare his team to everybody else.
We're not doing the team thing. Even when guys are hurt, his team's been injured this year, right? Like like Jaylen Brown's missed games, Derek White's missed games. No, you talking about games, and we're still 19-4. Stop acting like he's getting carried.
Have the greatest team ever formed, not greatest starting lineup.
He leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and 3-pointers made. 5 categories. Stop disrespecting Jayson Tatum, dog.
You only got 4 fingers up. And
I got 5. You don't see the thumb. You don't see the thumb. Don't be like I'm Bron, man, from the 5th floor. We ain't about to do that.
I'm done. Bless you. I got 4 fingers up.
Tatum, you say that, but nobody really cares. Like, we get it. Like, but Tatum, it's the fact that he's the best. We don't know if he's the best player on the team all the time. That's
sad. We should know that. We don't say that about no one else.
We don't know if he's the best player on the team at times. And that team is so stacked. Y'all can be out missing people and still blow teams out and score 140 because your team is stacked. You formed that. The Celtics team right now is the greatest basketball team ever formed. Not greatest top 5, greatest team. Y'all have a bench and y'all have the best starting 5 in the league. Like, think about it. Like, we already knew that. What you're saying isn't a surprise. Tatum is leading in those things, but he's not leading by a lot, and it's because he has the ball in his hands all game. Would hope. Let's look up usage rate. Let's look at the usage rate.
5 straight years averaging at least 25 points per game.
And he has the highest
averaging 30 a game 2 years ago. But we got to hear that he's carrying. No, enough. Enough of the disrespect. I'm about to start getting real disrespect.
Not necessarily. It's when the team really needs him. like around the clutch. You keep talking about points and how many field goals you make. It's when the team really needs him in the clutch. He does not come through for them.
So
his clutch numbers are really bad.
Last night against the Bucks.
I mean, about time. I mean, come on, that's one game.
He scored 14 points on 5 of 5 shooting and had 4 assists in the fourth quarter.
That's one game. Tatum's not a clutch player.
Outplayed Giannis down the stretch last night. The MVP candidate, the guy that's number 2, even though his team's fucking 500, outplayed him last night on national TV.
You know that's not the case every game though. Like, cool, bro, you got it, but Tatum, that's not the case. Like, there's no way you don't trust Tatum down the stretch. You don't. You do not. You don't watch the Celtics game. You trust the team. You do not trust Jayson Tatum when you watch him. Let's be honest. When it's time, Tatum got the ball in his hands towards the end of the game. You don't trust him. You do not trust him. When he did those step back threes, you're like, he shot a 3. Like, you really don't trust Jayson Tatum, bro. You don't.
On top of that, the reason he's number 3 in the MVP is because he's the most valuable player on his team, but he's not the most valuable player in the NBA. If Tatum is hurt, his team will still win games. If Jokic is hurt, his team's not winning any games. If Giannis is hurt, that team is not winning any games. If Tatum is hurt, no, Jeff, Tatum could get hurt right now. Tatum could get hurt right now and not come back until the playoffs and to the second round of the playoffs, and the Celtics would be fine. That's embarrassing. That's the difference.
I don't know about all that. I'm not co-signing that.
Bro, y'all would be fine.
Y'all would be fine.
If we miss extensive time, I'm not co-signing that. Luckily, Tatum is horrible, bro.
Y'all can make it to the second round without Jayson Tatum.
I don't know, man. Tatum really, really, really is important, bro.
So is everybody else.
So is every single person, and so is everybody
else.
Y'all not a good team without Tatum?
You're good team. I don't know if we can win.
Y'all would win 50 games easily. Y'all would win 50 games easily.
I don't know. I like Jalen a lot, but I don't know, man. Jalen's not as good of a playmaker as Tatum is.
That's true. He's gotten better though.
He has gotten better. He's averaging career high 5 assists. I'm not knocking him, but I don't think he's as good as Tatum. Jalen is a very, very – he can be a number 1 option on other teams for shit show. But, like, I don't know. Tatum just brings something different. Like, he can guard 1 through 5 better than Jalen can. It's just little nuances like that.
So you really trust –
Jay was getting ready to say something. What you going to say, Jay?
I'll finish just say something brief. I feel like with Tatum, I feel like he possesses a better mismatch because he got other bigs guarding him at times. So when it's like you put a slow feed big on Tatum every single possession for whatever reason, I mean, that's an easy bucket because he does play the power forward at times too. So it's like Tatum, first option, yeah, I'll give Tatum for that though, just because he got more of an option and more bag than Brown, but
Celtics is so easy to play for the Celtics, though. They have a scoring option at every position. Every single person on the court at one time can score the ball. You can't double. If you double, you're going to get lit up by somebody else. Somebody else is going to go for 30, and it's not going to be a surprise. Like, it's like, he's done it before. Like say Derek White went for 30. Say Drew Holiday went for 30. Say Jalen, what's it called? Jalen Brown went for 30. Say Kristaps went for 30. That shit can happen for every single one of them. Say Peyton Pritchard went for 30.
Is he hurt?
Who? KCP?
Nah. They rest him on back to backs.
That's what I'm saying. They don't even.
He's going to play tonight, bro.
Like, your team is so stacked that doesn't matter who gets hurt, who's not playing. I don't want to play tonight. I got a headache. Okay, just sit. We'll be fine. Like,
we're not going to play Horford. That's why Horford played so many minutes yesterday.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I guess. Okay.
Like, this is just like the fact that y'all can do that is putting, like, telling you, like, bro, y'all don't have nothing to worry about. Like, literally, Tatum could be like, I don't want to play him back to backs for the rest of the season no more, and they'd be like, all right, like.
But he's one of the few players that doesn't like this rest. They had to force him to rest against Detroit on Wednesday. He said he likes to play in front of the fans.
He's only 26, remember?
Huh?
He's only 26. Tell him to play basketball.
No, you know how many like young players be sitting out and shit? He's one of the last. Him and Ant-Man are the few guys that say they want to play every game. I respect that shit. They don't like the rest.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's just like, bro, that's what I want to see. He did 26. That's what I expect. You keep talking about his age and what he's doing. Play basketball. I don't expect him to sit out. Expect him to play high level every single night he steps on the court.
So we're going to slide to the Grizzlies. Number one in their division. Got Triple J averaging 22, 6, and 2 blocks. I hate how bad of a rebounder he is, but I'll continue on. You got Ja Morant averaging 21 points, 9 assists. Bane averaging 15 and 6. Saudi Aldama looks really fucking good this year. Averaging 13 and 8. Jalen Wells averaging 12 points. Smart, he had a pretty good hot streak. He lost y'all the game against Dallas, but
I don't want to talk about it.
He's been playing well outside of that. He has. I'll give him credit. I don't like the dude like that, but he's been playing well. You got Scottie Pippen Jr. So how do you feel about the Grizzlies so far, Jay Boogie?
Man, you know me. I mean, I can't complain, bro. I mean, like
he's smiling ear to ear. He happy his team good.
I can't complain because like
he said last year was bad, but this year, hey.
Yeah, you can look. I think I said it a few times. Like, half our players we got came from the G League, or we drafted them. So it's like, I mean, this is probably the deepest team we had in years. You know, including the grit and grind era. We had Zach Randolph and them, but I mean, and our rookie Jalen Wells balling out. I mean, Santi Aldama potential for most improved because he's averaging career highs across the board. And then we doing this still without Zach Edey. I think he's coming back probably later on this month. But I mean, you know, with Ja Morant, you know, being out, you know, being ejected, you see how we still able to play as a team. And shout out to my boy Jay Huff. I'm not gonna say the nickname. I'm not gonna say it. But Jay Huff. I mean, and that's the thing, bro. Like we got 2 7-footers that can stretch the floor. And then with Jay Huff being, you know, obviously the best defender, he could, you know, defend the paint. So it's like the versatility we have this year on this team is through the roof. And I'm gonna be biased. I feel like fully healthy, we like the top 3 most complete team in the NBA just because we got defense, we got floor spacing, and then we got ISO scorers of Ja, sometimes Bane, and then Jaren Jackson. So it's like, bro, and we got y'all tonight, so it's gonna be a very interesting game because I mean, you know, but hey,
quick question.
Yeah.
When does GG Jackson and Vince Williams come back?
GG back in January. Vince probably gonna come back either late December or the same time GG come back.
Yeah, man, y'all are really balanced, bro. Y'all are 10 deep. I can see y'all potentially getting to the Western Conference Finals. Like y'all are up there to me, man. Like I like Memphis a lot. Great defense, good balance, good shooting now. Like they can hit you with different mismatches. Like I like what they got going on, man. And Jay Huff needs to get in the dunk contest. That reverse he had against the Kings was cold as a motherfucker.
Bro, this is like his 6th time doing it. I never seen someone to casually just keep doing reverse dunks like the way he do. I'm just like, bro, like he doesn't do a basic 2-hand. Like he will literally turn around for no reason just to do it. So I'm just sitting here like, bro, like, yeah. And the other, I think a few nights ago I kept saying his nickname, but you know, obviously nobody heard me saying it. But I ain't want to say in the group chat because I ain't want y'all to jump me. So I'm just leaving alone. I'm just oh, I ain't want to say.
So it was right. Because if I would have started, I'd have disregarded everything you were talking about. I'd have been like, that shit sucks. That's not his name.
But him and Jalen Johnson, they gotta be in the dunk contest for sure.
Oh yeah, and sure, I would love to see what's called dunk contest too. The dude from Portland, Sharp.
Oh, Shaden Sharp.
Yeah, he was, but he backed out. He said he wanted to focus on the season, even though it was like the 12th seed or something like that. Yeah, he was in there. He just backed out last minute.
He has the highest vertical.
He do it this year. He jumped 45 inches last night on that poster. Yeah, like he can jump. He's one of the highest jumpers,
ever, right? Am I tripping? Or he got the highest listed vertical ever from?
Yeah, like him and the men are the highest jumpers in the NBA. I'm not gonna lie.
49 inches in the combine. Yeah.
So, Tay, what you think about the Grizzlies so far, man?
I don't know why y'all keep talking about their shooting. Like, I don't know who.
I like Wells. Luke Kennard can shoot. Desmond Bain can shoot. Saudi Aldama can shoot. Jake LaRavia can shoot.
Hold on.
I'm waiting on the Desmond Bain one, man.
Like, maybe the numbers don't look spectacular, but in terms of just the type of players we have, this is probably the deepest team in terms of floor spacing because everybody, outside of like Santi, Santi, Jay, Wells, and Kennard, that's like 4 people that can shoot really, at the 3-point line. So, yeah, the numbers might not match, but I mean, like, still, like, offensively, I mean, the spacing is there. So,
You can deny, like, Bain might be off to a slow start, but historically, in his career, he's been a good shooter. I'm not going to take one off year or one slow start and be like, he can't shoot no more.
That could last the whole season, though.
Huh?
That could last the whole season.
I don't know, man. I think Bain can turn around. He can get a hot streak. He'll be good. Like, you ain't going to leave his ass open.
Yeah, with that, when you saying that, I mean, I'm not mad at it because that's where you got other shooters like Kennard, Jay Huff, and them can, step it up. So if this is like a personal thing for Bain, yeah, I agree. But as a team, that's where you add more shooters. If he's not getting going, who else gonna step up to the plate? So, I mean, I'm not too concerned. In the playoffs, yeah, he's gonna have to like step it up. But like in the regular season, I mean, hey, I'm not tripping off this season because, like I said, we totally complete. So,
yeah, OKC, Dallas, Memphis, like they can all battle to come out the West. To me,
you think Memphis can hang though? Like you put them with them?
Like if Martin Smart didn't implode against Dallas, they would have won that game. It was up by double digits.
That's true. I don't know. I just don't. I think Ja got to add some kind of jump shot. Like I think the recipe's out on them. Like if they go up against Dallas, he's not doing all that on Gafford and Lively. That's dead. That's dead. Like I think the recipe is out. Like how to stop that. Like stop the shooters. Let them go free reign. And he said he's not dunking now. So I don't know how much that'll affect him, but I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't trust the best player in the team. Like he plays good, but his game. Remember when we used to say, "Oh, Giannis needs to add a mid." Like that's how Ja can't shoot. Like he'll take them. He's confident, but like I've seen him lose games, series, like just not be able to. It's too predictable. He's going to the paint. He's going to the paint. I think the recipe is out. If he adds something, yes, like they could win a series, but when it comes to the big dogs, like you say, like the Thunder and the Mavs and whatnot, I just don't think. I think they'll be able to stop it. They got the personnel for it. Like they have the bigs there to stop it. So that's my only thing. Like I agree that their roster is great, but just Ja himself, he's a great player. But I think he needs to add a little to his game, something different.
Yeah,
like, give me more mid range or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
improve the 3-point a little bit. That's my only thing with it. Like if Ja came in, if he shot 34% from 3, oh yeah, they're scary. But it's just he needs a slight play style, just a little bit, just be a little bit more deadly away from the rim.
Yeah,
and the team gets way better.
Yeah, I respect it. And any last thoughts on the Grizzlies before we go to these teams that's slipping, and then that'll be it, Darius?
Nah, not really. Y'all said everything basically. I agree with Tejon because you know how I feel about Ja. I feel like Ja needs to pose a threat elsewhere other than the paint.
I like that he acknowledged he doesn't want to like keep getting hurt.
That's good.
Yeah, that is. It's like I saw this post. It was like, yeah, Ja, I get not dunking, but I don't think 360 layups are much safer.
Yeah,
he still plays the same way.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When he did it, bro, like his hang time is stupid. Like
that's the problem. That's where the issue. There. That's where the issue lies at.
I know
it for so long that by the time he comes down, so much stuff can happen under his feet. So it's like that's his issue, and if that's gonna be his play style, he's gonna keep losing. He's gonna keep not being there to be in the game, even if it's just a sprained ankle. That's still gonna affect him. So he does need to pose a threat elsewhere besides just the under
way more deadly.
Yeah, like Ja would be if Ja could shoot 35% from the 3-point line, he's top 5 point guards in the league.
No question about it.
Like, no doubt, no question. There ain't gonna be no argument. Like, he's there, but he needs to, extend his game for them to actually be an issue or be a team to be feared.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, and I even said this when I was working with the Grizzlies last season. I was watching them practice. He can shoot mid range. I just don't know why he doesn't do it in the game.
Because he moves so fast, he can't stop in time.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like in the game, I just feel like this is where it comes to the coaching part. Just make it to where run plays where he can really shoot these mid-range shots just because the defense so expecting him to drive, give him some type of, room to really shoot these type shots. But I agree with y'all. It's just the biggest thing that's really just holding him back a little bit just is shooting. And that's about it. Because he's playing better defensively this year too. So that's another thing everybody kept talking about his defense. So he's doing a great job of that too. So it's just shooting. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with y'all on that for sure.
Last question about the Grizzlies. Jay Boogie, do you believe in Taylor Jenkins? Because I'm starting to see some Grizzlies fans not really like him as much as they used to. Do you believe in Taylor Jenkins?
After that Mavericks game, I tried to apply for a head coach job. I did. But I mean, I just feel like with him, he's a great development coach. It's just the fact that his rotations, it just irks me because of the fact that, for example, if Bane is not shooting good, don't keep him in there. Don't wait till Ja Morant. Oh, we up 10, and then we down 7. Now let's bring Ja Morant back in the game. He does stuff like that, and you know who does that too as a coach? Steve Kerr.
He did that with Steph. That was bad. That was really bad.
Coaches like that, it makes you regular season. I don't care. In the postseason, don't make these.
You can't make that mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, the same type of mistakes because of the fact that other teams gonna watch film and notice that.
But we know Steve Kerr fell off. Like he ain't that guy no more. He lost his mind. Like he lost.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Grizzlies fans saying they ain't feeling Taylor Jenkins like they used to. Sometimes you need a guy that gets you there, but then there's another coach that take that same team and take it to the next level. Yeah. So I'm interested to see if y'all got an early exit. I don't know, man. Like it could be getting a little spooky for Jenkins, but
yeah, it just like I say his rotation. That's the only thing I'm concerned because, like I said, bro, you got the deepest team you have. Utilize it, at the right time. Don't just trying to because I think I heard someone saying he's not trying to be like a Tom Thibodeau type coach. So,
right.
Which is understandable, but in a way, I'm like, if Ja, Ben, and Jaren get it going, don't take them out. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau is a fucking sicko for playing Mikal Bridges 46 minutes against the Pelicans. It was about 40 fucking points. He won't play that nigga 46 minutes.
That's crazy.
He like playing, yo. Bridges, he don't miss no games. He like hooping, bro. Keep him in.
Bridges like playing basketball. He played the most season. He got that record that ain't gonna be broken no time soon.
That's a fact. But last topic, gonna talk about some teams if they can turn around or not. Going to start off with the Sixers. They're 6-15. They won their last 2. Shout out to Jared McCain. He's probably going to be the rookie of the year after 16 points per game. Darius's boy, Paul George, is averaging 16, 6, and 5. I expect those numbers to go up as he gets healthier this year. And Tyrese Maxey, he's averaging 24 and 6, but he's been very, very inefficient this year. So I just want to know, Darius, do you feel like the Sixers can turn it around? You think they're going to miss the play-in?
I don't think they're going to miss the play-in. I don't think it'll be that bad, but they're not winning shit. They're not. I think they need to trade Embiid. I'm on that train that getting Embiid out of there help the team out. Because his attitude and the way he just acts and the way he just barely wants to play, it's come on, bro. How do you go from MVP conversation to where's Embiid? You know what I mean? They keep playing. How often do they play with all of them playing at the same time? Like with all four of them, like you adding Jerry McCain in.
Like 3-4 games, right? If
exactly.
that.
Like that's not acceptable. Like they really need to play together. They're not going to learn. It's going to be just like the Nets. The Nets when they got KD, Kyrie, and Harden, they didn't play together, so they had no chemistry. They didn't know how to flow off each other. They don't know what. So it's like they need to make some changes, or they need to lock in and actually play and show us what they got. Because the fact that they're losing, well, they were like that. Their record's so bad is like, come on, what's going on? But Jared McCain, he's definitely a great asset, and they can work. Well, I believe they can work, but I haven't seen them, so it's kind of hard to gauge.
Tay, what you think about the Sixers? They cook. Can they turn it around to 6-15? Like, what you feeling?
They can turn it around, like because of the play-in. Like I think they can get to the 10th seed. Like they could coast, underachieve, get the 10th seed, and just rely on that. Like I can see them losing in the play-in as well, but I think they'll be in the play-in. Like I think Embiid will turn it up and Maxey will hit more shots. And they just start off really slow, which is cool because of the play-in. Like literally all they have to do, it's gonna hurt them in the long run because they're gonna play a top-end team being in the play-in. So I mean, you get to the playoffs, but then again, like last year, I think they were in the play-in. They played the Knicks or something, and it didn't go well. So same thing's gonna happen again,
soon, bro. They got to get a win streak soon.
They do.
They got to get like a 6 to 8 game win streak. That's the only way I think they get to the play-in. Yeah. They can't just win a game and then lose a game. It can't be like that. They got to go on like a streak.
No.
Yeah, I think they can go on that streak. Like I think it's very possible, very probable for them to go on that streak. And then the problem with them is like if they do get it rolling and they end up being a low seed, that top tier team might be out the playoffs early. Like the team that they play, they could possibly take like the number 2 seed out if they do end up like getting everything on board and making it to the play-in and winning a play-in game. They could put pressure on that team that they're playing, even though they're a better team.
I don't have them beating Boston or New York in the series. Maybe that team is Cleveland.
Yeah, but like, I see what you mean. I get what you mean, but that's as of right now. We don't know what
fully healthy. I don't see them beating Boston or New York, man. That's just my opinion.
I just feel like it could, like it's a possibility. Like especially like if they get it rolling and they start playing together like they're supposed to. Maxey's a very high level player. Embiid, we know what type of guy he is. He can fuck around and give both of those teams 50. And then Paul George.
Not Al Horford in the playoffs, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's true. But Al Horford's the everybody stopper. I ain't forget what he did to Giannis. But like it's just if they do pick it up and end up being a low seed, I think they might give some trouble to whoever they play in the first round.
Jay Boogie, how you feel about the Sixers? You think they can turn it around, or you think like they cooked?
I mean, I've always said this every year about the Eastern Conference. It's definitely going to be a playing team. They got time. They do and they don't, because like you said, they got to go on a big winning streak. So, I feel like the biggest thing is Embiid, once he come back, where his mental's looking like, how's he feeling, because he's too skilled of a player to, what I'm saying the stuff he's saying, doing stuff that he's doing. And then you bring in Paul George, give him all this money. So it's like you got no choice to really make up for everything that's going on right now. And then, Tyrese Maxey, thankfully Jeremy McCain balling out. So that's a good thing for their site. But it's like once all of them come back together, it's like they got no choice but to win games. No excuse for anything, because, you gave PG this money and then you still trusted Embiid, but Embiid can't stay healthy. And then mentally, you don't know where he's at sometimes because, he don't want to – well, I think he said he don't want to play back-to-backs the rest of the season or something like that. So it's like your own star player saying that it's going to set a different mood in the locker room. So once all that come back together, it's like, all right, as a team, how are we looking? What can we do to win games, like win 7, 8 in a row? you know, it's a lot they got to fix like right now. Like, so.
For sure, they definitely in the danger zone. Two more teams, then we're gonna wrap this up. The Denver Nuggets.
Whew.
Jokic playing excellent ball. 30 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. Exceptional. Like in the MVP race for sure. You got
no. Number one in the MVP race. Don't say MVP race. He's the leader. You got to make sure you establish that he is. If that season ended today, he's the most valuable player.
Talk your stuff.
Yeah, you keep talking about Tatum. If the season ended today, the person who would win the award is Nikola Jokic. We gotta make sure that's established.
I don't want to disrespect Jokic in here. He's the best player in the league, so I'm not going to say anything flagrant. Like, I'm a Tatum guy, but I'm not going to say anything flagrant about Jokic. I respect the fuck out of Jokic. Yeah. So you got MPJ averaging 19 a game. Murray looking pretty disappointing, averaging 17 points and 6 assists. Even though he's averaging that, he doesn't really look as good, man. Like, he looks like a step slow. Christian Brown has really stepped his game up, averaging 15 a game. Aaron Gordon just came back. He's averaging 15. And then you got Russell Westbrook off the bench. I was saying it when I was watching him play against the Warriors a couple nights ago. Whenever Jokic went to the bench, the Nuggets offense just goes down the shitter, straight down the toilet. I'm like, they got to make a trade for somebody who can create their own shot off the bench. Like, they to call Washington, be like, yo, what you want from Malcolm Brogdon? From what I saw earlier today, they was like, they're seeing what the market is for Zeke Naji. He's making about $9 million a year. I don't really think he's shown enough to really, like, get you a lot back, but they have to get a shot creator, man. Like, they need bench help badly. I'm going to start with you, Darius. What you think Denver needs to do? Because right now, whenever Jokic gets off the floor, it's just a shit show.
Yeah, and that's why he's the most valuable player, because if he's not there, they don't look like the same team. But what you're saying, trading for bench help, 100%. Like, no question about it, no doubt about it. Yes, of course, to trade for bench help. But I do like what I see, and we're not necessarily a bad team. We're 2 games back from the 5th or 4th seed. So it's like we can't like just gauge off of what, because the West is so close right now. Like, the Warriors are what are the Warriors? Yeah, the Warriors are the 5th seed and they're 13-9. We're the 8th seed and we're 11-9. Like, you know what I mean? They just played more games. So, like, I don't think we're in a situation right now anyways. I think it's just the way that the games are played as of right now, because we're played less games than everybody else. So I don't think we're in the same conversation as like the 76ers and the Lakers and like those teams. We're in a tier above them. We don't really have to worry about that. Like, yeah, of course. I agree
with that. I just think you
we have our issues, like, you know, that we need to fix before the playoffs, of course, because we want to win a championship. No way we're winning a championship with no bench. But like, we definitely, I think we're good, but like, we're gonna still win games, but we do need to trade. We do need to make some moves for bench help for sure, because Russell Westbrook, he cannot do it himself, and it's like relying on a 35-year-old Russell Westbrook is not the move.
So before I go to the other guys, who do you think would help out? I think Malcolm Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson, maybe Colin Sexton.
No, he can stay wherever the hell he's at. He can stay there. Colin,
you don't like Colin Sexton. That's a 20
dumbass in the Jazz. He can stay his dumbass in Salt Lake City. Yeah, I don't want that at all. He can stay over there as far as possible.
Man, he'd be the best player on your bench by far, bro.
Russell Westbrook's better, but I don't want to see that at all. I prefer not to ever see that.
Any other players? Who do you have in mind? Since I'm reaching with Sexton.
Just like the types of players you're listening. It doesn't have to be anyone specific, but like, you know, the Malcolm Brogdons, the like lower end people that we know can produce. That's all we need. We don't need to get one of the top bench players in the league. You know, we don't gotta get somebody that we gotta pay. We can get some, like, you know, little tier. We need depth. We don't need.
How do you feel about Dorian Finney-Smith?
I wouldn't be mad at Dorian Finney-Smith, but he's not going to create shots as much as we need him to. Like, I can't see him being that consistent guy that we need off the bench. Like we need more. If we got Dorian Finney-Smith, we need something else. We need someone else too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you get Brogdon and Dorian Finney-Smith, I
Yeah,
think that
I would love that. Yeah, I would love that. That would literally fill our holes and call it a day. Like, but I'm not really like nervous about us or any of that. It's just, but I do want us to elevate and increase our bench help because Jokic, I mean, like I said, when he's not on the court, it's a whole different team. Like that's not the Denver Nuggets anymore. Like they go from the Nikola Jokic's to the Denver Nuggets. Like he elevates everybody else around him. So it's like we need bench help. So when he's off the court, when he's taking it, when he needs to take a breather, he can take a breather. Because we know we're running him through the drain.
Luckily, y'all playing the Wizards tonight, so y'all be all right. That's an easy win. Double digits.
I got the same amount of wins as them in November. I won the same amount of NBA games as the Wizards in November, man.
Like I said in the group chat, man, this is the worst team I've seen since the 2012 Bobcats, though. Like that team that won 7 games. They went 7-59. Like this team might be a little bit worse than them.
I was in the 8th grade when
I don't even think they're worse than them. I think it's just the league's better now, and they're the worst team in the league. Like if you put those Bobcats, if you put this Wizards against those Bobcats, these Wizards are smacking them in the mouth. But I think compared to the talent in the league right now, yes, I get what you're saying. But like in general, nah, the Bobcats were really bad. They played like the Bobcats, they disbanded the team because they were so bad. Like they moved somewhere else. Like they didn't even want to. Like, they were like, yo, we got to rebrand or something. We can't do this. Like
go back to the Hornets. Burn them.
Go back to the Hornets. The Bobcats thing ain't working. We're looking like the Bears. Like so it's like.
Hey Boogie, how you feel about the Nuggets?
I'm still confident in them. Just like we all got the same thing in common. They just gotta get depth. Especially when you got like a Russell Westbrook leading off your bench. Find players that can play with him and off of him, because of the fact that you got a guy like Jokic coming off, the court, who is going to be, the upbringing type player outside of Westbrook. So just find players that can, play along with him within that depth, within that second unit. And like you said, like the Dorian Finney-Smith, Malcolm Brogdon. And then I want to be mad with a Jordan Clarkson because when he gets going efficiently, like he's a microwave scorer. So it's like you have to look at the team's totality and see like what we need based off the important players. And with Westbrook being 35 years old, you're gonna need somebody, to help him along with the second unit. So during the trade deadline or before the trade deadline, I would think quick on my feet because I know it's gonna be a lot of trades, coming in February. So if I'm Denver, I'm looking now. Like I'm not gonna wait, like because like you say, you're still in the Western Conference, so don't get complacent. Like you gotta if I'm the scouting report team, I'm looking like, yo, like this is what we can do. Trade some picks, whatever we gotta do. Just because just 2 seasons ago you won a championship. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
build off window,
yeah, you gotta build off of it pronto. So just find players that can complement off of Westbrook. Because obviously he's your backup point guard from Mary. So I mean, I said Denver,
a lot of times.
I still fear them fully healthy because Jokic is Jokic, bro. Like this, gosh, bro. Like that dude's a beast, bro. Like he might not be the most athletic, but my goodness, bro. Like he could get 50, 25, and 15 and do not care unless he win, but that's how skilled he is. And if people get mad at me saying I'd rather have Jokic than Embiid because Jokic is basically a point
Whoever
center.
gets mad at you, they don't know ball. Like Jokic plays and he plays better. Like Jokic is better just at the game of basketball, and he stays on the court majority of the time. So
come to my city and say that we've been the only 2 people saying the same thing. But but yeah, that's my take on Denver. Just right now, I'm just looking at what I can get right now before it's too late. So
Gabe
Tay,
Vincent.
what you think about Denver? And then we'll just go on the Lakers very briefly. And that'll be it.
Yeah. Basically, what I said from before the season, all they need is a bench. I was just worried about their bench depth. Like they just didn't really have it, just losing guys. They didn't lose much, but over time, like ever since the championship, guys are starting to leave. You have to replace it, and they haven't really replaced it. Like the GM is set on the young players, but it's not really working.
I think we replaced Bruce Brown, especially this year. Peyton Watson definitely did step up. Like he's our point of attack defender. He has been that guy that he's supposed to be. His shooting has not replicated what it's supposed to be, but like defensively and just around the court, just being there. I mean, he does score sometimes, but it's not consistent. He definitely has stepped up. So that I feel. And Christian Brown, he has like filled the KCP. It's not to his extent, but I think we're
Brown's been hooping. Like it's not him. It's
Mhm.
bench. Like Christian Brown's really been hooping.
Yeah, and then it's just the fact that we don't have anybody that can create their own shot. We don't have a shot creator off the bench, and that's the issue. Like we have defenders. We got somebody who can facilitate the ball. We need somebody that's going to go get a bucket off the bench. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like if Murray stepped up more, like if Murray just locked back in, it wouldn't even be as detrimental as it is.
Like what's up with him? Like I don't know what's going on with him because I know Canada. I just don't know, bro.
I don't know what's going on, but I hope he better figure it out or he can leave.
So last thing, I'm gonna touch on it really briefly. I know I'm enjoying it personally because I understand Darvin Ham had his flaws, but I feel like they used him as a scapegoat a little bit too much in LA. That man did get the back-to-back playoff appearances, and 1 year was in the Western Conference Finals. He did have his flaws. They act like he wasn't shit at all. I didn't really like that. And I'm glad the Lakers are struggling right now. I think they lost about 4 or 5 straight. Austin Reeves have been out, and they done went to hell. LeBron and AD are both playing at high levels. Like, AD averaging 27, 11, and 2 blocks. Bron at age 40 is averaging 23, 9, and 8. And you got idiots online still trying to nitpick Bron every game. Like, he's not in year 22, playing at an exceptional level, better than anybody that's been in year 22 ever. Better than anybody that's been in year like 15 or 16, let alone year 22. He having chase down blocks on Dyson Daniels and shit. He getting 40-point triple doubles. Like, but people still want to nitpick about Bron. It's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen. Like, I've never seen a great player get criticized his whole fucking career. Like, oh, he ain't better than nigga that played 20 years ago. Like, the fuck out of here. It's so stupid when you say it out loud, bro. Yep. It's just like, I'm starting to feel bad for LeBron, bro. And you see, like, he had a quote yesterday, like, man, I'm just happy to still be playing the game I love. He know this team is ass. He just out here to get his stats. I think next year it's like the farewell tour. He going to retire. That's going to be it. He deserves it, man. Like, give him a real farewell tour. He's done so much for the fucking game, bro. Like, this Lakers team is fucking sad, man. Like, Rui, he stinks. Like, don't connect. He's good, but that team.
He's a rookie. You can't rely on him.
Yeah.
And then they're really not using him right because he's more than just a three-point shooter. Because in Tennessee, he's like, bro was getting like buckets all around. So, I mean, for LA, I said it. I think like the second, third episode. I can't take them serious because they haven't done anything. So it was like, and I got one criticism of LeBron. Despite of everything, you do play a part of what's going on with the team. So it's like you can't get too mad because you kind of like playing the role with it too. And then you had a whole podcast of your future head coach and just come right back. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, bro, like it's, and I said I was like, this is nothing but a Hogwarts season for them folks because when they drafted Bronny, I'm just like, bro, they better be the number 1 seed team drafting Bronny because if they don't have a good season, bro, it's like and then like you said, year 22, and he's still playing like 2018 LeBron James. Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, it's D-Lo wanna be gone. It's obvious. I was at the game when I seen it. So, I mean,
wouldn't you if you were in D'Lo's shoes, you'd want to be gone too.
no,
He
I
gotta play better
the
though.
fact that
I know what you mean, but they got to treat him a little better though. Like,
yeah,
he do be having time. Like last year, especially, he had times where D'Lo was their driving force. They would not have won games with certain games without D'Lo. D'Lo, like, he played a part. So like sometimes D'Lo, like when D'Lo is hot, he's one of the most dangerous players in the NBA. Like, they gotta respect him a little bit. Like, I feel like they just treat him a little crazy sometimes, and he don't like that, and he don't, yeah, he don't want to be in LA. LA is too big of a spotlight on LA. Like, I think that's the issue. And then Gabe Vincent, garbage. He was one of those. He looted Security Square Mall when he was on the Heat. So
Vanderbilt, he missed 2 seasons, haven't played 1 game yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what's going on with
Jared.
Thing.
Like, that's the thing. It's like, bro, like they trying to ignore all of this, but it's like y'all gotta like fix it, bro, because you can't rely on no 40-year-old with I mean, it's, and then like I said, they don't have a real system, regardless of who JJ Redick is. It's still not an offensive system they have.
It's not JJ Redick's fault. I don't think that's a coaching thing.
Nah, their defense got way worse. He was talking spice about Darvin Ham.
They can't shoot and they can't play defense. You can't win games like that. You can't shoot and you can't play defense. You're automatically at a disadvantage. Like, I don't think it's JJ's fault, like, at all.
Nah, Pelinka definitely got better players there.
I'm just saying they never had a system to before or after. So it was like everything is just off the rip, and then let's just see where we go from there. Because I mean, I don't know.
It's 3 coaches in 4 years with a similar roster. At a certain point, we gotta look at Pelinka, man. Like, he ain't building a good roster. He's not giving Redick the right pieces. But I mean, that shit against the Heat was despicable, bro. Some of them defense possessions, they were just like watching niggas.
Yeah.
Giving up 131 points to the Heat in 2024. Like, fuck out of here. Them niggas stink. Like, Tay, what you think about the Lakers? Then we can wrap it up. I know you got the Oregon game coming up. I ain't trying to hold you up too much.
Sir, go Ducks. But yeah. By the way, make sure I catch that Texas Georgia. They about to go to overtime. So
now I'm watching it right now.
Yeah. I'm playing.
Yeah. Yeah. The Lakers, they just going through a rough patch. Like, they're missing a guy. I think that's kind of. LeBron said it. He was basically saying they're missing big pieces on the roster. So
Vanderbilt and Christian Wood are good, but they ain't difference makers to me like that.
I get it. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, the Lakers, they're the same team as last year. Like, they could get to the playoffs, but I don't know. They're not gonna really. They can get to the playoffs. They're gonna go to the playoffs.
I don't know about that, man. Like,
they're gonna go to the playoffs.
I don't know, man.
They're gonna go. I don't see why they wouldn't. They're gonna go to the playoffs. I think they'll turn it up. They're going through a rough patch. AD was playing exceptional to start the season off. Like, just give them some time. Like, I don't think they would really do much in the playoffs, but I think they'll be able to get there. Just, I don't know. JJ Redick's been solid, and he is a first-year coach too. Like, we can't treat him like he's Greg Popovich is. Well, it is his first time, so I don't know if he has any experience at all, like in college and whatnot. I thought he podcasted right out of the NBA, so it's literally his first time coaching. So I would say 12-11 is good for now. There's time. There's definitely time. So I think they're a playing team. I don't know if y'all got that confused or anything. They're gonna get to the playoffs through the play-in. That's what I was saying. Like, they've done it the past couple of years. So they're lateral. The Lakers they've been lateral. They're gonna keep doing it. They're just gonna be the lateral, same thing every single year.
Me personally, Jay Booker, did I get your thoughts on the Lakers or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I personally think they're cooked. I hope they're cooked. They're trash. I don't like the whole JJ Redick getting opportunities over other black coaches, even though he only coached a 4th grade team in his life. I don't like the fact that Bronny got drafted. I hope they fucking fail. It's a Celtics fan in me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Good grief.
Follow my guy Jay Boogie, J Clutch Sports on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok. Twitter as well. Follow my guy Album on all platforms. Follow Tay's archive on all platforms. Part of DAR Sports and Media. I got more things coming in the Hoop Panel. Some more Bridging the Gap. Some more current NBA as well. Just gonna cover all games in a positive manner. We're gonna have this episode up soon, man. Cover 10 different teams in this episode. So definitely look forward to more of this content. We're gonna have our playback starting next week. We're going to be doing some live broadcasting of some games. We'll let you know which games we're going to cover. But the Hoop Panel, we coming through, man. Going to have way more content on YouTube because apparently they're going to ban TikTok on January 19th. So I'm going to have to move like all of my shit over from TikTok to YouTube. It's going to be a process, but we going to be on all platforms. Follow me on Twitter. That's the main one I use. But appreciate everybody pulling up, man.
Hey, Jeff, I got one thing to say.
What's that?
And then this for you too, Darius. This for both of y'all right here. For y'all too. Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
He sucks. He sucks. Overrated.
Every time.
Yeah. Shout out Andre Roberson, man.
Shout out JJ Hickson. Cleveland Cavaliers legend. Respect him.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Bonzi Wells, man.
That's my dog.
Go ahead. Look, you yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, who your player?
I think we're random.
Yeah, shout out. You guys shout out a player.
Shout out to Hashim to be.
The B.
You win.
Mr. Number 2.
All right, man. Appreciate it.